You are about to witness the power of toy knowledge. Where all my figures at? Straight out of Poland, it's my homeboy Rick, classy action figure seller with a 6-inch dick, the bruiser, in his stonking collection of action figs that he sticks in his ring. 6 solicited pics for like button clicks, everything that drips out his lips is a statistic. Yeah, he's the kind of dude can tell you who threw who out of Rumble 92. Need to know a bit more? Let's check out his stories, putting figures in a box daily. And for this little rap, he didn't even pay me. So also on the show is Martin.
Hello everyone, my name's Marty and I'm a toyaholic. I'm joined by Rich, who is also a toyaholic. And this is 7 Figs a Month.
Oh, hello, I like being called a toyaholic.
I think that's the thing, right? When you're addicted to toys.
It sounds like one of the least damaging aholics you can be.
Probably, yeah. Well, you say that.
Yeah.
Bank accounts, doesn't it?
And relationships. We will always have each other and this podcast, even if the decisions that stem from this podcast leave us.
And our caves filled with toys.
Yeah, we'll have no families. They would have left us.
But, well, I always tell my family that when I'm dead, all my toys will pay for my funeral, so they don't need to worry about that.
They're being buried with you, mate.
Just getting chucked in the bin. I do have strict instructions, actually, that you guys need to sell my toys and not them, because I've told them they're not worth very much.
Oh, good. There you go.
It's like, it doesn't cost much. They probably think it's all worth about 10p.
Would we then provide for your family? Is that? Or
yes, you have to then provide for my family by selling my toys.
We don't just enjoy the riches for ourselves.
No.
Okay.
You might be able to take a percentage.
Okay. Oh, we'll work something out.
We are talking Series 5 of WWF LJNs today, so we are near the end.
Oh, thank God. I say thank God. I've really enjoyed it. As a toy-aholic, I feel like there's a breakthrough last episode.
There wasn't there? It's a dangerous breakthrough when you realise the toy line's actually excellent and you need all of it.
Yeah, I don't think I will be at the point of getting all of it. I don't think that.
No, I think if they had released a Piper's Pit, I think that might have been the thing that pushed me over the edge. Just that extra little play set just makes you want everything a bit more.
Well, you told me today that you had ordered Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah.
And I got really jealous immediately. And now on eBay, in a cart, I have Corporal Kirshner and Outback Jack. And I'm trying to weigh up if I should pay about 150 quid for the two, which sounds not too bad because they're in good condition. But again, so what do you mean not too bad? That's a lot of money, you idiot.
That is a lot. Is that with postage as well?
Yeah, that's with postage from the States. I need to double check the UK eBay. But yeah, it's a good job our partners don't listen to this, or leaving us would be happening very soon, right?
Just to be a note left, listen to the pod.
Yeah. Have you retro toy hunted anything? Jersey retro toy hunted anything this week?
I haven't actually. I would call a good boy and also a bit boring. So I haven't because I don't want to get told off.
That's why you went ahead and ordered a Bruno Sammartino LJN figure on eBay.
Well, yeah, I still need the buzz, right? I wasn't lying earlier when I said I'm addicted to it.
It is dangerous us doing this, right? Because we will get excited. We're very excitable fellows, and we do love these. There's no ulterior motive here.
And now there is sort of things like, better get a toy, research for the pod.
Well, I almost, there's that. But there's almost like it's been fun, hasn't it? And it'll be nice if it remains fun, right? And over time, we sort of have a collection of one item from every toy line we've spoken about.
Yeah, that would be nice. It's probably more meaningful than actually just buying random toys, isn't it?
Yeah. So, it would slowly fill up. Do you remember it was like SmackDown versus Raw 2006? And in your locker room, you had the brown cabinet that you put trophies in over time.
Was that the one where you could change what your locker room looks like as well and get
you could have
things?
Yeah, you could have like William Regal's knuckles and stuff.
Yeah,
brass really knuckles, not his actual knuckles.
His actual knuckles, not even the whole hand, just the bony bit.
So maybe that's what we do. Maybe we make that decision right now that we pick up at least one item from every line we talk about over time.
That'd be fair.
It'll be between me and you, and our partners will never know.
Yeah, and the listeners, you'll have to do it too. If we're doing it, you're doing it.
Yeah, don't tell Sam and Magda.
I was thinking earlier it'd be quite good. I wanted to buy a Lord Alfred Hayes grapplers and gimmicks. I didn't want it previously, but then I was thinking, that'll make me smile when I get that, because it remind me about talking about Lord Alfred Hayes.
Yeah, yeah, it's good that someone did him right, despite all the ghastly things he's been up to.
It's nice. And then that made me realize that the Hasbros are becoming like the LJNs because of all the releases now that the retro companies are doing of random people and announcers and things like that, like a Jack Tunney.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
The other company that released, they're not like a proper company, but they release Recollect, it's called, and they got like the barber shop and the cage and the little rings that they came on WrestleMania 3. I'm really tempted to get a barber shop now because I want one. I don't know where to put it, but I've wanted it for years and I keep looking at it.
Barbershop, Piper's Pit, like you say, that'd be good too. I do have a bit of we did get a bit too excited last week, thinking LJN was so much better than Hasbro, and because I got excited about Harley Race's crown being removable, right?
Yeah.
But Macho King Randy Savage did have a removable crown in
Oh, thank
Hasbro's.
God. Yeah, you're right.
I
Yeah,
don't think it fit on anyone else's head. I think he had quite a small head.
he did, yeah. I had the crown, so I had that Macho King was the one of the first ones I got. I got him and Jim Duggan. And I don't really remember doing King of the Rings and trading the crown. I might have lost it though.
And King Harley Racer's crown is the proper purple crown that
Yes.
sort of would be switched between characters, so it's easy to make that mistake. But I apologise to anyone who may have been
Freaking out.
flipping over their coffee table.
Freak out.
So yeah, let's see. Let's fully determine whether these were better or
Yes,
not.
we're nearly there. We can decide.
Okay.
Not maybe not at the end of this one, but once we've gone through all the Hasbros, we'll sit back down properly and lay our
Yeah.
collections out in front of us because we would have got all the LGNs by then.
Maybe we can agree to not double up on LGN, so maybe we can get most of a collection between us.
And then meet up one day in the middle, well, like France.
Yeah, yeah.
Just go to France.
That's good. Also, thank you to the Callum Graham on Instagram for all his awesome music, his amazing theme song at the start, and his different outros that I've been
Yes,
using.
I look forward to hearing a full album of all of them.
Yeah, let's convince him to make that because he's got another album, Existential Dread, that you can go and listen to that. That's very good. That's proper.
That's the proper musics.
Yeah, that's the mainstream stuff.
Yeah, right. Let's crack on because we're getting sidetracked already, and we've not even started. Is it a sidetrack when you haven't started? Are you just loitering?
Yeah, no, it's not a sidetrack. Yeah, they're to come. But this is the first time I've put together a PowerPoint presentation for our own benefit because previously it's just been really small images that we've been looking at. Oh, and our own research, right?
Yeah.
But this is exciting. So, yeah, obviously the listeners can't see this, but you can, Mai.
Yeah, and as we have done the last few weeks, this is Richard's list, and I will judge, and it'll mean nothing.
There you go. There's the opening screen for you. Mai.
Very good. LJN Series 5 by Richard, age 40.
Here you go.
Fantastic.
Up first. Oh, so there's much like the previous two series. There's wrestlers and managers, although this one only has the single manager from what I can see.
So he wins as the best manager.
He wins. It's again, fuck it. We will start with the managers. There's only one manager and it's Slick, so he is the winner. Much like all their other managers, they've done really well, really strong with their managers.
Yeah, it's a good manager, isn't it?
Yeah. Who would he be managing at this point? Because it's
One
not
Man
the twin.
Gang.
Oh, did he manage? Okay, was he the manager of One Man Gang and then remained with him when he became Akeem? Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, from what my memory tells me.
he took him to Africa.
Yes, but it was just in New York, wasn't it? It wasn't proper Africa. They were just like in the streets of New York.
It was just a bin on fire
Yes.
or something.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And One Man Gang is in this series, isn't he? So we'll chat about him after, right?
One Man Gang is in the series, yeah. Slick's tremendous. One of the greatest wrestling theme songs as well.
Yeah, Jive Soul, bro. It's good.
Yeah, really good. Shame it's just the one, but yeah, this might have been the winner if there were more. This is so good.
That is a weird one, isn't it? Like his music was great, but it was his music for Akeem and the Big Boss Man.
Yeah.
That's mad, isn't it? It's a manager's music, not the wrestlers.
They just realised how good it was. And they're like, we got to get more out of this. So
yeah, I can imagine being the Big Boss Man Akeem and wanting that music.
Yeah, although Big Boss Man had a great theme song not long.
It was after, wasn't it? It was when he was babyface. He had the better music.
So
maybe he had no music at this point.
Only manager, and it's Slick. Also, I will say, we'll do this at the start as well. I don't know if this is a sign that the line's declining or on its way out, but the posters switched to actual photographs.
Oh, this is interesting. I think I'd prefer this as a kid, though.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a...
It's pretty cheap as well. It's cost cutting, isn't it? 'Cause you don't have to have an artist drawing them.
Well, that's what I was thinking. But yeah, this is... all of them are like this. We're looking at the Honky Tonk Man right now, which is suitable because he's up first as a wrestler.
Yes, I think I would agree. Most of the ones you see of this as well, like the played with ones, they've got like where the paint's scrubbed off on the skin, it's all turned blue. Because obviously his jumpsuit's blue. So the mold would have been blue.
The
And then
whole
they
thing
just
was in
painted
blue.
the skin
Yeah.
on. Yeah. So when he gets chipped, which isn't what you want, is he? You'd rather the clothes went skin color rather than his skin turning blue, so he looks like a Smurf.
Yeah. So this is a weird one because you first look at it and you're like, okay, that's cool, that's good, and then the more you look at it, you're like, ah.
Yeah, where the going back to Hasbro again, the Hasbro Honky Tonk Man, excellent. Basically the same sort of toy, right? He's in a blue jumpsuit. It's the Honky Tonk Man. He looks like Elvis, but that one really looks like Honky Tonk Man, and this one really doesn't.
So I'll tell you the exact issue and the exact reason I think this is bad and the Hasbro's good, and it's the same thing. How this guy holds a guitar offends me and upsets me. He can't smash it over anyone's head, whereas the Hasbro could.
Yes, they've almost done this one where he's holding the neck of the guitar on his left hand, and it looks like he's going to strum down with his right hand.
Yeah, I think his right hand's sort of doing a thumb point. It's like he's doing his dance.
Yeah.
And the guitar's just being held either down at his legs or awkwardly low out to the right. Yeah, it's just not, you're not getting much out of this.
No, years ago,
Play-wise.
my dad went to Vegas and he bought an Elvis suit, and it was a blue one. I reckon if he wore it, he would look exactly like this toy.
Okay.
Yeah, because he wouldn't know how to hold a guitar to smash over someone's head. So he'd just be sort of holding like this and pointing to himself because he doesn't know how to play a guitar either.
Your dad would have a guitar made out of balloons.
He would have a guitar made out of balloons.
There you
You're
go.
right, Dad.
That one's for you, Royston. Right, but yeah, no, he's last on my list. Your dad. Yeah, and I would say a lot of these next ones is the same sort of thing. Same sort of, oh, that's good. Oh, no, it's not quite right. You can't really play with it. So up next is Axe. Guilty of the old Jesse Ventura wonky wrist punch thing.
He's just making his bicep look long rather
Oh,
than
I
moving.
hate it. No mask, but entrance vest, right?
Yeah.
So it's like half entrance gear. It's not even full entrance gear. Give me one or the other. Remove that vest or add the mask. Don't do this halfway house nonsense.
He's just taken the mask off, and then that's what should be in that funky hand. He's a bit disgusted by it. He's got his tongue sticking out. He's got weird face paint on.
It is odd face paint, isn't it?
I know Demolition, when they first became Demolition, had weird face paint. It wasn't good yet, was it? They worked out how to make it look good over time. But this, no, I'm not keen. I think if I was a kid, I'd probably paint over that face.
Wow. With Tipex.
With Tipex, yeah. I'd get my Tipex out.
And knowing that it's a tag team member and you never get smash as well.
I'd also get two, and I'd get my Tipex out, and I'd do a smash as well.
Tipex would help with a smash. Again, it's the initial. Oh, that's lovely. Lovely. I like Demolition. Just no, it's not happening, is it? This guy's not winning any matches and you're fed.
Nah, yeah, I think you'd leave him on the shelf.
Even on a shelf of Woolworths. Yeah, no, not. Is it even? Oh, it is Axe, isn't it? I was going to say, who was the other member of Demolition? Randy Colley or something?
There's one of the Moondogs, isn't it? Was it Moondog Spot?
Yeah, is that who this is? They have said it's Axe on the box, but yeah, we don't get Smash. I assume he must have been on the way, which is odd. We don't get Smash, right? Because all the other tag teams have been in the same set.
Yeah, it's an odd one. Maybe it was no, because it was what year was this 88. So yeah, Smash would have been there, like Barry Darsour, because they changed the person who played Smash, like we just semi alluded to.
Yeah.
So maybe it was a case of when he was on the way out, they didn't then release a toy of Smash, but for the year, I don't think that lines up.
Again, it's really hard to pinpoint because some of these, this is 88, right? A load of these arrive in WWF mid 87. Or if they don't arrive mid 87, their gimmicks start mid 87. So it's crazy that they seem to get to these very quickly.
Yeah, this is the last official LJN series of these 8-inch figures as well. So maybe they just stopped caring to an extent.
Which is a shame because it's all solid guys, right? Up next, same thing. We've got $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, a big star.
Yes,
Handful of money, great looking toy. He's in his entrance gear as well. None of these are wrestling ready so far, and they're at the bottom for this very reason.
I think so. So they lack the playability. It's good on a shelf, isn't it?
Yeah, Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing with a suited Ted DiBiase with a handful of money?
You're having him kick a basketball out of a kid's hands.
Yeah, or like try and buy the championship from people unsuccessfully. Oh,
Yeah, he'd stay minty fresh because he would never get in the ring.
I was researching Ted DiBiase, and did you know, Marty? I like surprising you with bits I
Oh, yeah,
don't
yeah.
think you'll know, but you might do. Again, you might be like, everyone knows that, you idiot. Ted DiBiase defended the World Heavyweight Championship about 3 times against Bam Bam Bigelow
No,
at
did
house
not know.
shows. Yeah, I had
After
no
he bought it
idea.
off Andre.
Yeah,
Interesting.
there was a brief period of him defending the championship on house shows, and they were
So what
all
probably
against.
happened? He had it for a week.
Probably,
So
yeah.
those house shows were within the week, and then it was stripped off. That's
And what
interesting, though. Yeah, I never knew that. That'd be
and
quite
what's
good to see. I'm surprised you never saw that. Like they never released that on a DVD or anything like that.
so where did I read it first? I read it not long ago before recording this, and then I corroborated that a few different places, and there is footage of these matches as well. Oh, there's at least stills of these matches, should I say?
Yeah, and they probably didn't record it. That's the problem, isn't it? So it might not have been recorded to ever be released.
Do you think they do things like that just to test, to gauge the audience on how they're reacting with someone as champion?
Sometimes, yes. The most famous one, I think, is Lex Luger, isn't it? Where Vince puts the belt on him,
Yeah.
and then he wasn't too happy with the reception he got, so they never gave the belt to Luger. But with this, they must have had the idea anyway that it was going to get stripped.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But even just for down the line, possibly.
Oh, possibly, but there probably wouldn't have been anything bad about it. He was the biggest heel there. But
Yeah.
then if the time comes for him to win it, like he wasn't top tier star for long, was he really?
No.
So he wasn't long in it at this point, and then massive push, and then he was always near the top, but it's like he was never main event again after WrestleMania 4 or the 88 say. So he got WrestleMania 4, then he was in the main event at SummerSlam. Then by Survivor Series, he was pushed to the side a bit.
Yeah, so this is 7th on the list, right? And this is a really good toy. I really like it. I'm not playing with it. There's nothing I can do with it.
Yeah, good toy, great character. I like the way he's got money in his hand as well with his suit on.
Right?
That's a little bit to it, but
You could do a great promo with this. Him talking to Mean Gene.
yeah,
Be money, mate. It'll be actual money. But there's no feud. There's no payoff.
pointless.
He's not having a
Mate.
match. We don't get a ring ready. I mean, we probably shouldn't talk about other lines, but Hasbro are guilty of this as well. They do 2 Teds in suits, full suits, entrance gear before they do ring attire.
Maybe they think it's a bit more sort of toyetic, don't they? Like
I
that.
suppose it is. I suppose it is. I just realised how much I liked Ricky Steamboat, the LJN, and this Ted and that Ricky Steamboat, all in black, is one of those Coliseum 2-packs.
Oh, nice.
And I have that one. I might get it out for you later, mate. I'll show you.
Whip it out.
So yeah, he's in this suit. But obviously it's all clothing, so you can remove it, and he can be ring ready.
But he can wrestle as well, so
Yeah. That's what they've done well with this, because it's Mattel, right? So they're like Barbies essentially. You can undress them all. Yeah, great Ted. And then I don't know. This is a really good toy, but I think finally, right, we're getting another Hogan. I've been saying we need another Hogan. I'm surprised they haven't done another Hogan. Here he is. Here he is, white and red.
I think this one's fantastic. I think this is better than the earlier Hogan and the other one in this series.
Oh wow!
I really like the white and red.
Okay, yeah, no. So I have put the yellow and red above this one just because that's how I know him. I would not have known about this attire at any point until I was much older. So
That's fair. It's not as famous one, is it? I think he did wear things like this at some Saturday night's main events and things like that. But I just think it looks fantastic. I love the way the white looks.
But this is a Coliseum collection version as well. They've done this white and red in that pose. Comes with Terry Funk.
Nice. Maybe he wore that against Terry Funk. That's when I was thinking
Ooh.
about it. That's what was in my head in Saturday night's main event.
Oh, okay.
Does that bump it up your list?
No.
No,
I
fair
think
enough.
because I like the yellow and red. There you go. They're together. It's exactly the same mold. It's a repaint. I think I would settle on the one I know, the Hogan I know. So he wins out. But the white and red's really nice. It is a really
the
nice
white really
looking toy.
pops. Yeah.
Yeah, I would stick with the one I know best. The Hogan I know best.
The red and yellow.
Right, look here. After we're rifling through these, right? We're going to have to talk all about murders after or something.
Sorry, mate. There's no murders in this one.
Oh, just nice guys.
Yeah.
This is a repaint from an earlier series, right? This is Tito Santana in his Strike Force gear.
Which makes it so much better.
Yeah, it does make it so much better. And even in this series, because he's ready to wrestle, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm playing with this. Yeah, this is great.
So that's the first one this series that is wrestle ready.
It is, right?
Yeah.
It's fantastic, Tito. It's exactly the same mold as before, isn't it? It's just it is an exact repaint. But yeah, no, I like a bit of Strike Force. But this is 88, and I'm not sure the exact time it came out. And they only started tagging in WWF. He replaced Tom Zenk.
And the Can-Am connection.
Yeah.
Would it be a
Although,
replacement then, or so
sorry.
they didn't keep the name of the team, did they?
Oh no, it was pretty much a direct replacement from what I was reading. I think they were in and out quite quickly, and they're wearing the same gear and they're the same sort of pretty boy gimmick.
Interesting. I wonder what happened to the Z-Man.
I think he probably Alfred hazed or something.
Yeah, just
Is that where
Alfred Hayes
is
touched them up.
is that where the phrase hazing comes from? Damn it! Completed
Worked
it.
it out.
Yeah, figured it. There you go. Was there something like that? Maybe it was an Alfred Hayes that I heard mentioned along with it. I don't know if there was something and he got out of there pretty sharpish.
Oh, I thought you were just joking. All right, so he might have been actually emotionally scarred. We'll
There we
chat to
go.
Patrick.
Yeah.
We've got a wrestling historian in. We can ask him, was the Z-Man touched up? And is
Yeah.
that why Strike Force?
Does the phrase hazing relate to Lord Alfred Hayes himself? This is awesome. I'm so happy to show Tito the respect he deserves, right?
Finally.
They're about to, maybe even when this comes out, they're tag champs, possibly.
How long were they tag champs for? It wasn't too long, was it? Did they lose
No,
to Demolition? Or did they beat Demolition?
no, they beat the Heart Foundation for the
Beat the Heart
belts,
Foundation.
and they lost it to Demolition at WrestleMania 5, right? That's when Rick Martel turned heel.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He abandoned him in the match.
Yeah, that's right. I haven't seen that for a long time. Do you know WrestleMania 5 was had the highest pay-per-view buys, not just of this recent time, but it went all the way up to like 2000.
No,
Yeah, so that was like the peak, and then it just sort of dropped off for ages.
I felt like they always propped up WrestleMania 3 as the most successful one, and I think that was like Gate.
Yes, that was just because I think the amount of humans that are in one building, but WrestleMania 5 had the highest pay-per-view buys.
Oh, I don't
And
recall.
it lasted for a long time.
Maybe I've been oblivious to it. I don't recall the WrestleMania featuring Randy and Hogan being thought of as this really successful event. But maybe,
Yeah, it was.
maybe I've missed it. Oh yeah, no, I believe you. I believe you.
Yeah. Which makes sense, right? Because the build-up to it was fantastic.
Well,
The Randy Savage Hogan feud was excellent.
well, and not to mention Randy had a much better match than he had with Ricky Steamboat, right?
Yeah, fuck that guy. You know what? I noticed, speak about Randy Savage WrestleMania matches, that the red crush that he wore red at WrestleMania 10, like black and red.
There
It
you
might
go.
be the wrong way, black and red. He might have black with red rather than red with black. But yeah, it made me think about that. So that's a better match than Ricky Steamboat as well.
Okay, so when you listen to this, eager listeners, you will have about 2 days left to definitely secure your Red Crush retro figure from actionfigureseller.com.
I've secured mine.
Oh, you have that's a genuine fact. Yeah, even Marty's a paying customer.
I got some toys down actually from you last week. Maybe that's what I got down. When I said I didn't buy any toys, that was a lie, wasn't it?
Shh, shh.
I had a box of toys come down, all from actionfigureseller.com. Lovely bits of plastic. They smell like new.
Superbly packed.
Yeah, it was well packed actually. I'll give you that. But then I just tore it all out of the boxes. So if you ever did one, just crunch them up.
Yeah. Let's not leave Tito Santana alone for much longer. Let's add Rick Martel.
Yes.
His tag team partner. I love Rick Martel. This is only LJN figure. It would be great if we would have. Well, the majors are doing a model Rick Martel, big rubber guy.
Yeah.
In this style, so that's awesome. But yeah. Strike Force, great.
Another tag team as well.
Another tag team. So this will come as a 2-pack with your tag belts. Yeah, I don't know what to say about Rick Martel.
He looks a lot like Tito Santana, a little bit less brown, a little bit longer hair. Yeah, Strike Force. He's got a good pose. You can wrestle with that.
Yeah, it's a solid. I'm really excited about this tag team, and I'm not sure why. They're quite basic, right, in terms of what they're wearing, but I love it.
Yeah, I like Strike Force.
Yes, cool blokes.
If I was a kid and I did the heel turn, I could then I can't get my Tipex out. I have to get my felt tips out. I can color his trunks in because they're white. It's an easy customize, right? As a child,
that's true. Get some blue, pastel blue, or pink on there.
Whatever I got handy.
Yeah, Oh, lovely. And then we're down to the top three. How fast are we doing this? Should we re-record it now? We're down to the top three. Up next is a weird-looking one-man gang.
He does look weird, doesn't he? I've not noticed this before. So whenever I've looked at it, I've not overly focused on it. I've just looked at it. Yep, there's one man gang. He's there. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's an odd face, isn't it? There's another
He
one.
looks a bit like Sloth from the Goonies.
Yeah.
You've got the Goonies mum and Greg Valentine, and now you've got Sloth. So these LJNs, you can even do movies like the Goonies.
He's not fat enough, is he, really?
No.
It's a shit toy, really. Why is it number 3?
Yeah, I think now you look at it, mate, you're going to need to drop this way down. This might be the worst one out of the bunch.
No.
He's in his entrance gear.
It's fine, though, because his entrance...
chips black as well, I'm pretty sure. So when you play with him, his skin chips black because he's mainly black, so he'd have been cast in black.
No, this is much better than Honky Tonk Man and Axe, I still think, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's Axe. Ugh.
And Ted, yeah, because you can still... This is still a big guy who can do some damage.
And by the time you bought this, there's every chance he's Akeem on TV.
Yes, that is true, yeah.
So you have to get your Tipex out and your felt tips. So you're going to need to Tipex all the black first.
Yeah, cool-looking guy, though. There's more to him, right? So you look at him and there's more to him than there is Tito Santana and Rick Martel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't mean he's more of a character, so that helps to make him more of a better toy.
Yeah, he's probably not big enough. It looks a bit on the small side. I wonder how these scale to that Series 1 that were all squatting.
They've sorted that problem out, though, haven't they? When you think about that.
There's no more squatting, is it? Well, Hogan's got some bent legs, but yeah.
But what that probably was is because when they're originally done, like we said, they were scaled up. They were going to scale them down and put wire in them. So it didn't matter if they're squatting. She'd be able to manipulate them and adjust them.
Of course.
So they were just all in squats.
Oh. Like you say, I don't think One Man Gang was around long in WWE as One Man Gang.
No, I remember he was in the WrestleMania 4 tournament.
Yeah.
He was in that. Was he in the first Rumble as well? Was he last eliminated by Jim Duggan?
Yeah.
That's at 88. Maybe he just came in at 88.
So that was both 88, right?
Yeah. So he earns a spot being in this series because he's featured quite a lot in that year. So that makes sense.
Oh, he's the type of guy that Hogan loves feuding with as well. I imagine he probably had a load of matches on Saturday Night's Main Event or something.
Well, he did when he was Akeem.
Yeah, well, no, he definitely feuded with him then. But it's absolutely the type of guy that Hogan would love to get his hands all over, right?
This is a bigger star than Ted Arcidi as well.
Yes.
So you look at the last series and then you look at this one, you got Hogan again. It's almost maybe the last ones didn't sell too well. So then they start hitting out the bigger guys.
These are all Hall of Famers, right? Axe will go in the Hall of Fame at some point, and so will Rick Martel. Sure, it's just some sort of politics keeping them out at the moment because they're dead certs. Yeah, it's a solid, star-wise, it's a solid set, start to finish, really. Like
it's a nice series.
Yeah, like I don't like what they did with Honky's pose and stuff, but he's about to, or in the middle of his huge Intercontinental reign.
Let's have a think. 88, he loses it, doesn't he, to Warrior? Yeah. So he's definitely in it.
Yeah.
Depending when they come out in the year, right? Does it come out at the start of the year, the middle of the year? Do they come out for Christmas? It comes out for Christmas. He's lost the Intercontinental title.
But after the greatest reign.
Yes. That lasted for a long time. I was really hoping in like 08 that Santino Marella would beat it.
Oh, it was Honky Tonka Meter.
Yeah, I love that. It only lasted about 3 weeks. I wanted that to go on for a year. Like I like it when a joke proper gets drawn out.
Santino was good. Santino, I think we're spoiled these days with a lot of wrestlers thinking they're funny. And you sort of see a lot of bad comedy, but Santino was tremendous. Do you remember that Rumble? Was it 2011? The 40-man
when he goes
Royal
up really
Rumble?
fast.
No.
Yes, that one. Yeah. So he does that. When I was talking about was when he gets eliminated straight away. He's like, I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready. Yeah.
Yes,
fantastic.
40-man.
Yeah,
I, as an adult, was excited and standing up when you think Alberto Del Rio's won it, and then Titus. I keep kind of calling him Titus Santana. Santino Marella just comes up on the apron and stuff. But the way he does it is brilliant as well.
Tears in his eyes.
Yeah, everyone's going nuts because he's still in the match. He went through the ropes.
I get it. They had, they were ready to make Alberto a fucking megastar, weren't they? But they should have called an audible, man.
Yeah, I know that was almost the greatest thing in wrestling. But even now, you'd look at that and go, "That was fucking brilliant." But Alberto Del Rio winning it was a bit like,
they did it again, and I thought it was like a couple of months later
It
at
was a year
Elimination.
later.
It
A
was a
year and
year
1 month.
later.
Yeah, at
Yeah, and they did it
Elimination Chamber.
again, and they were like, they're teasing this motherfucker winning the
Yeah, so
world
Santino nearly won the
championship.
world title in Elimination Chamber
Uh,
by I can't remember who was he fighting. It's the same sort of thing now. I
it
can't
was
remember the
Daniel
exact
Bryan.
circumstances.
I
I thought
think
it
it
was Daniel
was.
Bryan.
Yeah, it was evil baddie Daniel Bryan, and teasing that Santino was going to win it all.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah. Why
He
are we
was
talking
good.
about Santino?
Well, yeah, he's fantastic. I don't know because
He
he's
is, no, he is
cheated some
brilliant.
time.
Yeah. No, okay.
Intercontinental champion. That's why we get it.
Yes, the honky tonk meter.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, great stuff. Fantastic guy.
Honky me down.
So yeah, solid series, start to finish. That carries on. But what carries on, unfortunately, is very weird faces. Bam Bam with one eye lower than the other. So this is Bam Bam Bigelow, and again, it's like fucking megastar Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yes, this is a really good one. And when he was younger, seemed like he was a bit of a reprobate. He never did a murder, which is good, but he did the opposite. So in year 2000, he saved 3 children from a burning building. Bam Bam
Yes.
Bigelow has just rectified everything from all the past discrepancies that everyone else has in this line. He's a hero.
His short stint in WWF at this point is so weird to sort of. It's another one of those like Kamala, right? You go back and you're like, I had no idea he was there in the 80s.
Yeah.
And
so
then he
we
was a
watched
big
it.
star.
Yeah. So we were watching Bam Bam Bigelow in like 1993, feuding with Tatanka, getting to the King of the Ring final. And then I remember getting a video of Survivor Series 87. He's a good guy in the main event on Hogan's team. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
You hadn't seen him any other time, right? So he was in at 88 WrestleMania. He was in that. I don't think he was at SummerSlam.
He reportedly he was there he was in and out very quickly. So again, like it's crazy that he got a figure.
So he
Really.
was it a Starcade? He was against Barry Windham. Maybe that was in 88. You ever seen that?
No, I did read apparently he was a victim of Andre the Giant being a dickhead, which happened quite a lot, reportedly. And it was after a match with Andre. Andre just was horrible to him because they didn't get along, and he just left, packed his bag and fucked off, even though he was like having a push of a lifetime.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I like people who do that.
Yeah, didn't come back until Andre was pretty much dead.
Yeah, I remember when we had Joey Legend over to wrestle, and I wrestled him, and he was telling me a story about Bad News Brown. He said like when he left WWF, he was getting made to do something that he didn't want to do, and his wife had said to him, "Don't you put up with any shit. You're Bad News Allen." And then he was just walking out, and Vince like, "Who the hell do you think you are?" And he's like, "I'm Bad News Allen, bitch," and just walked off. That's class. I appreciate that. Someone just sort of sticking up for themselves and pissing off.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs, but reportedly it was a situation with Andre. I think Brett might talk about it in his book as well. So I think he had a bit of an attitude back then and mellowed a bit 5 years later or so when he came back.
Yeah, so looking at his life and career, it did seem like he did do a few crimes when he was younger. So maybe he was a bit of a dickhead when he was young.
Yeah, but what a look, right? What a look to have like as a young
fantastic,
guy to like have no hair and tattoo the entire of your head. That's
Yes.
a ballsy move, right? He did that when he was young as well. I think there's a Dark Side of the Ring episode all about him.
Yeah, he's good, Bam Bam. I really liked him in ECW as well when he was launching Spike Dudley into the crowd. Like, gorilla pressed him up in the ring and threw him out into the crowd.
Oh yeah, no, he never changed his look, did he? He went through different gear, different coloured gear, but no, I a solid character. Always enjoyed him. I always enjoyed him.
Main event at WrestleMania 11 against Lawrence Taylor, that's a weird WrestleMania, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. I was super excited for his stint in WCW as well. I sort of caught that in real time, and you go back now, and he's a bit lazy. I think he's being paid wild money.
I mean, he was brought in. So in ECW, he was feuding with Taz and stuff. Like he had a match with Shane Douglas and that for the world title. Then when he went to WCW, sorry, straight away feuding with Goldberg.
Yeah.
So you're looking at now. I don't think I appreciated that at the time. I was a bit like, why the fuck's Bam Bam Bigelow here? Because I was at a point where it's like Attitude Era. I don't really want to see the guys who I watched in 1993 anymore.
He always had he was a bit like Sid for me. It was such a strong look that I was always sort of excited when I saw him.
Yeah. Sid's the same, isn't he? Yeah, Sid is good, but then you watch him now and it's like, fucking hell, the guy's rubbish.
Sid's exactly the same, isn't he? He went to ECW for a bit and was awesome there, right? Much like Bam Bam, you sort of, these guys from because ECW weren't kind to the sort of guys from the Premier League, right? Essentially.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So,
They weren't their guys, were they? But
no,
all over there.
yeah, Sid just looked good. Bam Bam, they both looked hard as fuck. They both.
Yeah, that'd
That's
be a good
that.
team. Were they a team? No,
No, Vader and Sid were, and Vader and Bam.
I was thinking of Vader and
Vader's.
Sid and WCW, but they were in the $1 million corporation together in like '95.
Oh, they probably had some in your house matches together. I imagine tag
Maybe
team
on Raw.
against like Diesel and Bulldog or something.
Yeah, I normally know all the in your house matches. I can't think at the minute. I don't remember
Oh,
seeing as a team. Yeah, they might have done though.
well, eggs on your face, mate. But this is a solid toy. Love a Bam Bam. Yeah, this is number 2. That's why it's number 2, despite it having a very wonky face.
Oh, we've got another one still. I thought that was it. I think, yeah.
No,
I think
no.
I saw it as like Bam Bam's my top one.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah.
Okay. Well, number 1, my friend, is saved for
Oh, of course.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan in the gear he won Royal Rumble 1988 in.
Yes. Oh, you can redo that.
But yeah, because we know Duggan as the sort of blue trunks, blue knee pads, blue boots, right? And this is
Yeah.
black trunks, white knee pads, white boots. And it's very, yeah, proper old school.
Very mid south.
His 2x4 was maybe a bit small.
Yeah, it fits in his hand there, doesn't it?
Oh, it's a solid toy, solid face. Yeah, I couldn't not put this number 1, especially as again full on wrestling gear. You can win the Royal Rumble with this one. You're not winning the Royal Rumble with that Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, he's good, Jim Duggan, as well, isn't he? He's fun.
Yeah, great toy. I would say the big rubber guys did a better job.
Well, modern technology, though, isn't it?
Yeah. But it is a solid toy. I love the pose. He can, the 2x4 sits over his shoulder.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it. I like this one.
He's got a crazy face. So yeah. And Duggan did have a crazy face.
He did. When I went to see SummerSlam 92, I was like 8 years old, and I remember just walking endlessly trying to get into Wembley. So it's a massive walkway, right? And there's like thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And I remember just standing there, like just sort of moving like a snail, and all you hear is, oh! I'm sure it's Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Up until I was thinking about it today, and I was like, oh, maybe it wasn't Hacksaw Jim Duggan, but because I was 8 years old, I wanted to believe it was. So I believed it was, but it sounded just like him.
Oh, there you go.
Like he was on like a microphone and everyone could hear it or something.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that was nice.
What was the match? Was he partnered with the Bushwhackers at that event?
Yeah.
Against the Mountie and the Nasty Boys.
Nasties. Yeah.
Ah, there you go. There you go. And you were there. Well done.
Yeah, I was there. And then there was when we got our tickets, they were like pretty much top row at Wembley. I remember my mum bought some binoculars and we could look through the binoculars and just about see the ring. But there was obviously 4 of us, so we'd have to share the binoculars. And then I got even more annoyed because a kid in front of me had the purple Hasbro Ultimate Warrior toy. I was jealous of that. I couldn't see the ring. And then some woman came up to us with these little yellow wristbands and said, there's 4 seats down there. You can move down there. And it was like, when you watch the show where the yellow stairs end, that's where we were sitting. So from the top all the way down, could see everything.
There you go.
Yeah. Saw Hacksaw Jim Duggan fairly close.
Darren was there, was he?
Darren was there as well, yeah.
Oh,
he didn't do anything silly.
No. But on that trip, I imagine you went to Woolworths.
We might at this trip gone to Toys R Us, but that was in 1992. This is earlier. Let's go to Woolworths.
Okay, let's go back to Woolworths. So you're in Woolworths, right?
Okay.
And your older brother Darren has gone into Woolworths for the sole purpose of picking up Simply Irresistible by Robert Palmer, the cassette single.
Oh, nice.
Right? And it's there, and he's gone to the till and he's bought it. All done. And now they're just waiting for you. And your mum's like, bloody hell, Martin, Darren's finished here. Can you hurry up and pick I'm getting you Slick because it's the only manager. Will you pick one of these bloody wrestlers so we can leave, please?
Okay, I'll say, right, Mum, there's another manager here. You see this guy wearing a suit and holding money. He's manager as well. It just doesn't say it on the box. So I'm going to get myself a manager, $1 Million Man.
Oh, wow. Okay. She'd fall for that.
She would fall for that. Yeah, she doesn't know. Like, she just wants to leave, right?
Oh, yeah. They're waiting for you now, mate.
Nothing's really happened. I feel like I've got some time as well. Like, I can look behind some of the toys to see what else is there. I'm not rushed. Darren hasn't pulled on his testicles so hard he needs to go to hospital or anything daft.
No, I thought I'd be nice this week. So I thought, what if his boss listens to this? And it's on YouTube, right? So it's real. And his boss like, can I have a word, please, Darren? Like, these fellas said that a few years back you bludgeoned some foreigner to death in Woolworths. Like, I can't be doing that every week, right? So I thought maybe they'll listen to this one and it'll just be really nice and that's fine. And then Darren won't get in trouble. So there you go.
He's a great guy. He'll make your company lots of money.
Exactly.
And just boss that team around, whatever he does.
Exactly. Exactly.
in
So
Deutsche Bank or wherever he works.
we won't tell them about the murder. We'll skip that
Secret
one.
murderer in this series is Darren.
What
Wink,
a
wink.
what a plot twist.
Yeah. Right,
Hey.
before anything goes down, then I'm going to grab Bam Bam Bigelow and my manager, $1 Million Man. Oh, and he was actually his manager later on as well. This works perfectly.
This does work perfectly.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. See, that was a wholesome way to finish it.
I think so. I'll go for the hero, Bam Bam Bigelow, saved 3 kids from dying.
Yeah. Okay.
And $1 Million Man, who enjoyed the life of luxury, being paid by WWF to pretend to be really, 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 really rich.
Okay. I'll probably take Slick and one man gang in the hope that Slick will turn him into Akeem at some point, and that
Just
just
come around to my house. I'll give you some Tipp-Ex and a yellow felt tip.
No, I'm not customizing these figures, mate. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing. We're going to fall out if you.
You're a kid. You're a kid.
I know.
Did you never dabble with customizing when you were?
I told you I put some like purple marker on Jake Roberts' eye to make it look like a black eye, and I ruined that figure forever.
Fair. I had 2 Holgans and I painted one of the faces red so it looked like he was bleeding. He would bleed every match.
Yeah. Now they just make bloody toys, which is nice.
Yeah, I do like bloody toys. Apparently, I've always liked them.
Oh, there you go.
Bloody
There you go.
toys.
Is that us done? Is it? I feel like that's too short.
Well, maybe that's enough, isn't it? I mean,
Maybe that's enough.
we've talked a lot.
Okay. Well,
If you put this episode and the last episode together, it's probably 2 hours.
That's very true. That's very true. Easily 2 hours. All right. Let's
finish up on the real deep dive of WWF LJNs.
Yes.
And next week we go to the Black Card series.
Ooh.
We'll tell you all about that.
The elusive Black Card series.
Elusive, exclusive, protrusive.
Oh, it made its way to Ireland. I know that for sure.
Interesting. Maybe we could speak to someone from Ireland and they could tell us about it.
Maybe. All right, mate. Bye-bye.
See you, mate.
Bye-bye, everyone else. Go.
Bye, everyone else. Yeah. See ya.
Hold on. Before they all go and follow Marty on Facebook at the Jersey Retro Toy Hunter, and go to actionfigureseller.com and buy a big rubber guy, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah, there you go. And take a photo of it and send it to me and I'll post it.
Oh, there you go.
Then
Wow.
some people might give it a like.
Wow, that's how it all works, isn't it? All right, bye everyone.
Bye.
Do you need an accessory to help carry your excess crap? Maybe you spend your money on action figs and need somewhere to keep your stash. Well, I know just the hack that'll save you from a bad back. When your pockets are stacked and you're walking through town and you need to stop your trousers